May their soul rest in peace. 15 members from the same family, on their way to bury their mother, had an accident on the way, and 15 of them died. Added to their mother, who was in the coffin with them, making 16, and 3 other people are in the hospital receiving treatment, 1 in critical condition. This is an accident that occurred on the 26th of May 2023 in Cameroon, Littoral Region, Sanaga Maritime Division, particularly in Edea. It is terrible. This happened on the National Road number 3, the National Road linking Yaounde, the capital of Cameroon, and Douala, the economic capital of Cameroon. This particular stretch of road is a deadly route in Cameroon, in which all Cameroonians are aware of it. And to Cameroonians, to travel along this route is like going on a voluntary suicide mission. Because if they open to you the book of record to show to you how many people have been killed on this particular route, National Route number 3, you will not believe the figure. It is terrible. And from independence up to today, this has been the case in Cameroon. Deadly road accident all over Cameroon. And the government for more than 60 years today is doing nothing or very little concerning this to reduce road accident. Many people will say that accident is accident. There is no way you can avoid accident. Yes, what we call accident, there is no way you can avoid. But what we call human carelessness, human negligence, we can reduce it, we can adjust it, we can correct it, we can avoid it. And that is what TFA Talking Point is all about today. To talk about it. Because this is not the first time we are talking about accident in Cameroon. Accident in Cameroon, the hidden causes of accident in Cameroon, what we can do in order to reduce deadly road accident in Cameroon. We have presented videos on it. But when this came, just maybe 2 weeks after more than 20 people were killed in the touristy via in Cameroon, that is a call for concern, and that is what I'm coming up with this video. It is terrible, and we have to do something. Through the videos and the presentation we have ever done, we talk about overloading, other hidden causes of a road accident, in which if you have time, go there and listen to. Search for the videos and listen to it. But here I'm just going to rush over it. Some points that are very interesting. In our video, we talk about road accident, the blame. We have to push it to the drivers and the passengers. We have to push it to the drivers and the passenger. 80% of it go to the drivers and the passenger. Human causes of road accident in Cameroon. But today I'm going to focus on the remaining 20%, in which I'm pushing the remaining 20% to the government of Cameroon. The government of Cameroon careless about the citizens of Cameroon, careless about their safety on the road. They're careless about it because the national route number 3 and many other national routes in Cameroon have been killing many Cameroonians, killing more than any deathly disease that we can know of, like cholera, coronavirus, HIV and AIDS, malaria. Thousands of people goes into their early grave every year unprepared because of road accident. Many families left money for their loved ones. Yet the government keep on. I keep on asking the particular question, what is to be done for the national route number 3 to have an expressway, highway? It is just a little to be done. When you talk about expressway, highway, is that the route, those going live in Douala to Yaounde have a particular line to take, where maybe you have a three lane line to take, maybe for the vehicles, and then those coming back should have. But what we are having now, calling the national road number 3, is a very narrow road that in Cyprus here, that road is found in the quarter, and then the speed limit there in such road is just 30. But in Cameroon, it is a national highway linking two most populated cities in Cameroon, Douala and Yaounde, with a population of more than 15 million people. These two cities. Yet, they don't have a route linking them. This is what we call express highway that we are demanding. And what does it cost to have this kind of route? The money President Paul Biya and his government is spent on the 20th of May can give us this route along Yaounde Douala Highway. They can give us this route along Douala Yaounde Highway. The money they spend on the 20th of May, celebrating, eating, and spending the taxpayer money. If they cancel the National Day celebration in Cameroon, all over Cameroon, for 1 year or 2 years, it will give this route and it will reduce accident in Cameroon. Here are some of the causes that I'm going to run over it for you to understand what I'm talking about. Some of the causes, apart from the negligence of the government, are alcoholism and drug abuse. We talk about it in the videos that we presented. That is one of the hidden causes, and it contributes 3.9% deadly road accident in Cameroon, because many of our drivers believe that taking alcohol will make your eye clear, and they always take it. Some even pretend and pour it because police will check. They pour it in a container of juice. Some are taking drug that they have to hide and be aware. They don't want to sleep. And this make our road being used. Those driving us in Cameroon, many of them are semi-mad people, carrying the lives and the safety of many in their hands. Another thing is recklessness, reckless overtaking, careless overtaking, in which it contributes to 6.6% of overtaking is the main issue that is causing most of this accident, because the route is so narrowed. And then with these useless drivers in Cameroon, they're careless about they want to overtake anytime at any place without thinking what is ahead of me. Another issue is overspeeding. Overspeeding contributes 12.9%. And I keep on saying that overspeeding in Cameroon with the kind of vehicles in Cameroon is stupidity. If you are driving in Cameroon and you are overspeeding, it is stupidity, because first you are driving second-hand vehicles. Many of you are driving outdated vehicles, vehicles that should not be used anywhere in the world, but you are overspeeding with it. You are overspeeding on a route that is very narrowed. You don't know what can appear before you. Most of them have been covered with vegetation. And you don't know whether a tree will fall at any time, animals can come out at any time, or whatsoever. Yet, you are overspeeding. Distraction and carelessness. Many of our drivers are so stupid that they have some kind of overconfidence in driving. And they're careless. Some are playing on the steering, on high speed. Some are on their phones, talking. Some are quarreling with the driver or with the motorboy. And these are the causes of all these things that we are having in Cameroon. Carelessness, especially truck driver. Poor mastery of driving is another cause for this accident, deadly road accident in Cameroon, and it contributes to 8.3% of road accident in Cameroon. Because first of all, many of these people who are driving, especially those in truck, big heavy duty truck, they have never gone to driving school. They learn it as motorboy. They started as a motorboy and then they learn it. So they know nothing about road sign. They know nothing about the road, where to and where not to overtake, where to go to this speed limit. They don't know anything about it. So that is one of the main reasons. And they are on the way every blessed day. And then they have done and take the advantage of corruption in Cameroon to have a driving license. Many of them have never gone to driving school. Many. But they are driving heavy duty truck every day on that narrow road that the government is proud of it, calling it National Road number 3. Poor state of the vehicles contribute 9% of road accident I've already mentioned it, that 90% of the vehicles that we are using in Cameroon are outdated vehicles, vehicles that should not be used anywhere in the world. Our brothers and sisters in Europe, because of joblessness, because of a hush for money, are just packing all the outdated vehicles in Europe and sending it to Africa and to Cameroon in particular. And we are taking it, believing that without looking at the fabrication date, without looking at the state of the vehicle, we just say that it is a new vehicle. And then advertising is that just arrived Cameroon from Europe. Have you checked the vehicles? Most of them are outdated vehicles, vehicles that should not be used anywhere in the world. But we take it and believe that it's a new vehicles, and we are running with it as if we are the one who fabricated the vehicles. That is one of the main reasons of this deathly road accident in Cameroon. Most of them should not be used, and if they have to be used, they should be used below the capacity. Meaning, if it is a 30-seater bus, it should carry but 15, because it's already outdated. But in Cameroon, we even overload it with maybe 40 people. If it is 70, we put it to 100 or 80 people and added load, heavy load on it. Load that's supposed to be carried by a truck. We put it on buses. We put it on the small Corona or taxi vehicles. 3-5-seater vehicles, we put it on it. And we are using it. Outdated vehicles. Poor mastery of the route is another issue. The route linking Yaounde and Douala, if you have been there, you discover that it's mostly covered with vegetation. And all the road sign has been covered with vegetation, trees and other things, grass. And then if you have been flying this road and you have mastered the route, you will know that there is no road sign. So you have to slow down and be moving slowly. You do not have to overtake. There are places where you have to do this, you have to slow down, but there is no road sign to show you because many have fallen, many have been covered with vegetation, so you cannot even see. So you put this in your brain. So you have mastered the route. That is what they call poor mastery of the route. If you have mastered the route, you will know that you have to be this place, you have to slow down. This is a bending corner, you have to go slow down. You don't have to overtake here. Here there is a school or a hospital around this place, so you have to move slowly. That is the mastery of the route. You have to know that there is no route sign. So you have to be mastered it, and know that you have to do something by your own self. You do not have to see a road sign before you have to slow down. No, you know that these things are not there. Also, mastery of the route, you have to know that the route is so narrow. The government has refused to do it to arrange the route. Yeah, the route is having pothole here and there. The road does not have speed brake. The road does not have this. So you put all this in your brain so you know how to. Meaning what you are having. You know what you are having and you know how to use it. That is what I'm trying to say. That know that you, Cameroonian, there is no road in Cameroon. And if you are driving in Cameroon, you have to be conscious that there is no route. Even the one that is there is at a dangerous stage. And the only thing needed from you is to be careful. Do not run and kill people, and after you blame the government for not giving you good road. You already know that there is no good road. So you should drive as if you are in a village. That is the main reason for this issue of poor mastery of route, which contributes 4.9% of road accident in Cameroon. Abusive parking. Many people in Cameroon, because the government have allowed everything to be in disorder. Anybody at any time will park the vehicle anywhere. At the bending corner of the road, they park a vehicle. And when you overtake, you just hand yourself on it. And many of these vehicles parked at the roadside are a heavy-duty truck. I believe the government cannot do it, that you hand it over to a company to be doing it, that any vehicle on the way should not spend 10 minutes there. That company should come and carry it over, so that the owner should be searching it where the company have gone with it. Not allowing it. There's some vehicles have been parked beside the narrow road for more than a year. And government officials are passing and seeing. Yandans are seeing it. Police are seeing it. Road safety, they are seeing it. Nothing done. And government creating all these organization, institution for nothing. And all they are interested in is their 500 francs. It is terrible. Poor state of road. This one we already know, and we started this video by pleading with the government to look into the route, especially the national route. The government should look into it. All highway should be highway. Don't call a highway, don't call a narrow route, a quarter route, a route that's supposed to be linking a farm to market route, a highway. Don't call that a highway. Make it a highway and call it a highway. That is what I'm telling the government. Express route, highway in Cameroon is what we need. Roads, poor road signs. Government should make it possible that all road signs should be visible, and the one that has fallen should be replaced. Not less than 5 minutes or 5 hours. It should be replaced. Meaning, if it is so terrible or so tedious to be replaced, it should be 1 day. That is 24 hours. It should be replaced. That is what we are calling on the government. And if you are a driver, you have to check yourself. Many are being caused because of tiredness. Driver tired, but there is nothing they can do. They are pretending on the steering, but to open up, no. They just want to struggle and arrive. And when they will arrive, they say it's just by the grace of God. The day that the grace will not be there, what will happen? You involve yourself in an accident. Don't take grace for granted. That is what I